His Excellency Bobi Wine has come out to attack ROBINAH and NABBANJA for making reckless statements. It seems that these people, who are not even in the nucleus of government, whenever power enters their head, they make some reckless statement that can turn this country to be ungoverned. During a talk show, Honorable NABBANJA came out to say that if the opposition doesn't feel comfortable in the country, they should move out of the country. In her face, he thinks that the opposition is alien in Uganda, not knowing that we are all Ugandans, we are equal before the law, we are equal before the constitution. No one is more Ugandan than the other. Being in power is something that is rented. The power is always rented. So thinking that the opposition should go out of Uganda, it is something very bad, and it is only degenerates our generation. So the purpose of this video, I've come to point out the statements of NABBANJA, but also to give you the reciprocation of the next president, Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, what it means for our politics, and most importantly, the study materials we can learn from the politics of our nation. But before I do this, I want to let you know, if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. And if you're watching this video from a different platform, please head on to YouTube, type in Sula Mawagali. There's a lot of content of this nature. If geopolitics and economics is what you want, this will be definitely the right channel for you to subscribe to. First of all, ROBINAH and NABBANJA, I keep on telling people that I personally can have a soft spot for ROBINAH NABBANJA because she's a woman who looks semi-illiterate, who is in a position that does not look like her, but that's how General MUSEVENI wanted it. And to show that he has a loose tongue, has always made statements that can degenerate this country. On a talk show, he came out to insinuate that the opposition should move out of the country. In fact, he said these statements. Listen very carefully because they are going to form a basis of our discussion. Here's the tape.
In Kampala here, no, and these other political parties have put their posters everywhere. Everywhere.
Every time we are news people, we follow them. Every time they have tried to move out of Kampala, they have been stopped.
No.
Many of their supporters have been
I remember seeing in 2023, I remember seeing Kyagulanyi in Ruwero. I remember seeing Kyagulanyi in Ruwero. I remember seeing Kyagulanyi in Fort Portal in your area. Was he stopped? No. Sometimes they want to use it, to play like they are being suppressed. No. If they are being suppressed, let them leave. I saw them in Busia. Who stopped them from going to Busia? I saw them in Muvende recently. Please.
So if we can...
That was the NTV talk show when the Prime Minister insinuated that if they don't feel welcomed, they should leave the country. Let me tell the Prime Minister ROBINAH and NABBANJA that do not allow power to enter in your head. Even among us, the nucleus of power are not there, although our constitution by the dictates that according to the precedent of power, president, vice president, speaker, chief justice, deputy speaker, deputy chief justice, I think Prime Minister is in the 7th position in the order of precedence. In the most unlikely event there is a vacuum in power, such a person can his heartbeat away from power. Although in our setup, even these people are not near power, even if the God forbid, General MUSEVENI is not there today, do you think the vice president will take over? Because power was centralized in the family. There is no Sen Uganda who can come out to say that there is democracy. Whenever Bobi Wine has moved out, there are a lot of gimmicks that are played on him, either to delay him, either to make him address the people for a short period of time, sometimes blocking him. In the previous election, Bobi Wine missed almost 75 districts. Not that he didn't want to go there, but because of the delay. In some districts, the RDCs blocked him. So the Prime Minister coming out to say that he's accepted to do campaign is like a child. Even a blind man can see. So the Prime Minister castigating the opposition that they should leave the country if they don't feel welcomed. It is a disgrace to our democracy. It is something that is bad. In fact, Bobi Wine in a tweet, he came out to say, and I quote, "This is Museveni's Prime Minister has to say to the victims of injustice. She says they should just leave Uganda if they feel oppressed. This is exactly how dictators think, that governing citizens well is a favor. They can grant and take away at will. well, Uganda is our home. The Museveni regime will go, but the people of Uganda will remain. And that is a message to our wise, that governments change, states stay, the Uganda will stay. Uganda has ever been here before General Kaguta Museveni, and trust me, it will be a 2,000 years after General Kaguta Museveni. Having power does not necessitate trampling on the rights of others. Having power does not necessitate beating on everybody to an extent of trying to push the opposition because they don't support the regime out of the country. That is not what it took these people to the bush. If I told these people can hear themselves, maybe they can learn. And what pains me more, every person who has been in such position, when they move out of government, they change tune because they realize that they didn't make better policies to favor someone who is not in government. It's the reason why when people leave government, they become poor. When people leave government, they stop driving big cars, because when in government they don't work on the roads. They must travel in when they go in retirement. When they're in government, they don't make better health facilities to go in when they are retired. It's the reason as to why majority of big names die outside Uganda, because they fail to deliver for a country. So Robinah NABBANJA coming out to make such reckless statements is something which is bad. Of course, the small opinion are many yours truly, Mr. Makindi, Kabuye Sulaiman Mawagali, the next MP for Makindi East constituency. I'll see you on another one. Peace.
Yes, Kabuye Sulaiman Mawagali. I am putting in my request to fly the NUP flag high in Makindi East constituency, so that I can represent the great people of Makindi East. Nkomyewo omulundi ogwokubiri n'obwongo nga bwesera nga busera. Ebiwandiiko byange mbirese bibino.
Thank you.